Rubin, and I am here today to talk about 5 things that made me happy in February. In episode 362 of the Happier with Gretchen Rubin podcast, a listener had a great suggestion. She said that when she needed to get herself psyched up, when she needed to meet a challenging situation, she gave herself a derby name. She is somebody who competes in the roller derby, and so she would refer to herself by her derby name rather than by her regular name. So, of course, my sister Elizabeth and I had to give ourselves derby names. My sister's derby name is Lightning Lizzie, because lightning is her personal symbol, and my derby name is The Arrow. And we both have had fun using our derby names to get ourselves into kind of that, pumped up frame of mind when we're meeting a challenging situation. Number 2, my sister Elizabeth and I both watched the fabulous documentary on Disney Plus called Get Back. It follows the Beatles as they are in the process of writing their album Let It Be. I love anything that has to do with process, particularly creative process. And this is just a fascinating look at people who are absolutely, masterful creators. And you can see their group dynamics, how they embrace new tools, just how they met this challenge of writing an album in 21 days. So there was a lot of pressure, there was a lot of intensity, but there was a lot of just grinding it out. And I was just enthralled by this, and I've kind of gone on a whole Beatles kick because watching that has made me want to know more and more about the Beatles. I've watched McCartney 321, I've read a couple books about the Beatles, I've got the Beatles anthology, which I'm making my way through. It's very dense, but it's fascinating. So I really loved watching Get Back documentary. A friend knew that I love the 5 senses. I'm writing a book about the 5 senses, and that I'm always looking for sense adventures. And she had heard about an exhibition, an immersive site-specific installation of underwater recordings. It was thought-provoking and unlike anything that I had ever been to before. It was so compelling and really got me thinking about the experience of sound and how sound can kind of create a whole world in our imaginations. One of the things that fascinates me about the 5 senses is how our brains can play tricks on us, how illusions work, how magic performances work, how things can confound and hoodwink us, or how kind of our instincts can lead us astray. And one of the things that is so fun, and I'm sure everyone has experienced this, is the phenomenon of pareidolia. This is why we so often spot faces in things. You're looking at a snow-covered car, you're looking at an electrical socket, and all of a sudden you see a little face popping out at you. That is because face-like patterns will activate the brain's fusiform area, the fusiform face area, which specializes in seeing faces. Faces are extremely important to us. We're extremely social creatures. We use the face as the user interface with all the people around us, so we're very attuned to faces. And so the phenomenon of pareidolia is why we see the man on the moon and so on. And I saw a Twitter account where they just collect photographs of funny faces that pop out in unexpected locations. So I got a big kick out of looking at that. Number 5 of my list of 5 things that are making me happier. I was so happy that my sister Elizabeth got a dog. She got an adorable corgi, Nacho. I was really surprised. I knew that her husband and her son Jack really wanted a dog, but Elizabeth was really not so sure. And then kind of all of a sudden they decided they were going to get a dog. But I was flabbergasted when then my sister went ahead and within a few weeks, she and her family got another dog. They got their adorable second corgi, Daisy. And it is so fun. She sends me pictures of the puppies all the time. It is so fun to see these puppies. It's so fun to see them play together. And I have to say, it's been really interesting to see my sister, who I know so well, really stepping into this new identity, embracing this new identity, not just as a dog person, but as a 2-dog person, which is different yet. And so I think that's really wonderful. It's always good to remind ourselves that we can expand our sense of possibility, that we can do things that we didn't expect. We can give ourselves adventures. I always remind myself to accept myself and expect more from myself. And I think Elizabeth didn't think of herself as a person who could step up to dogs, and now she's stepped up in a big way, she and her family. And when she asked her son Jack, my nephew, what was the best part of having 2 dogs, he said, double the love. So of course, what could make us happier than double the love? So what are some things that made you happier this past month? Leave a comment. We can all learn from each other. We can all get suggestions from each other. We can all get made happier by hearing what makes other people feel happier. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks. From the Onward Project.